Okay, and we have here with us today the members of the Ghana Association getting ready to celebrate their 50th independence celebration and Golden Jubilee. And we're going to be talking about the preparations leading up to the program. We have with us Mr. Vincent Kosi, the member of the Social Committee, Mr. Daniel Ofori, member of the Social Committee also, and Kwame Abdul-Ahilibi. Sorry about that. He's the interim president. We're going to have Mr. Kosi talk about the preparations for the program, the dates, times, and some of the shows that they're going to be having. Mr. Kosi.
Well, thank you, everybody. The Ghanaian Association of Minnesota is having this celebration for the 50th anniversary under the theme, The Ghanaian in Minnesota, championing the excellence of Ghana. And the activity will start on the 3rd of March with a cultural show performed by the McAllister African Music Ensemble under the directorship of Soa Mensah. And this is going to happen at the Brooklyn United Methodist Church on 7200 Brooklyn Boulevard. The time is 6 to 10 p.m. and admission is free. This will be followed by a church service on Sunday, March 4th. And the Ghanaian Association is asking all Ghanaians to go out there and go to church at the Ghanaian churches or wherever they can find. And by extension, we are asking all Africans to do the same so that we pray for Ghana, we pray for Africa, because we always remember the words of Kwame Nkrumah. The independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it's linked with the total liberation of African continent. So we always tie our independence to all Africans, and I'll leave Mr. Forison to talk to you about the ball.
Mr. Forison?
Thank you. Yeah, the ball will take place on March 10th from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. And the venue is the John Museum Hall, which is located in Columbia Heights. And it's in between Central Avenue and University Avenue. And University on 44. So if you go that you exit, you can find it in between University and Central Avenue. And it's going to be a great night where we'll be having dinner, we'll have food, we'll have drinks, we'll have music to dance, and then we'll have one keynote address by the president, the interim president, and then we'll have a guest speaker. And then we'll come through the Ghanaian Association and got one of the best DJs who will be spinning, and we know very well that we'll be able to live up to the occasion. And as such, we are inviting not only Ghanaians, but our brothers and sisters from the whole continent of Africa to join us to celebrate this occasion. As Vincent said, during the proclamation of our independence, our first president, Dr. Nkrumah, said our independence was meaningless unless it is linked to the total liberation of Africa. And after that, a lot of African countries got their independence in West Africa. Ghana being the first country to get independence south of the Sahara, has really brought a lot of good things. So we are inviting everybody, not only Africans, all Minnesotans, both white and black, people from the Caribbean. There are a lot of people who also trace their way to Africa. So we are inviting everybody to come, and it's going to be a fun night, a day of interaction to get to know, new people, to make connections, So that's all the 10th of March is from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then we are going to start. There's nothing like African time where people will come late. This time around, the program is going to start on time. It's going to go according to the program. So those who are banking their hopes on African time should be careful, because by the time they come, they may lose some part of it.
So when you say African time, you mean that this show is going to start exactly what is on the invitation?
Exactly, that is prompt.
Exactly.
In Africa, 2 African time.
African time, like 3 hours after.
2 hours after. So there's nothing like that this time. We want people to enjoy the program.
Right. Because the hall is not open the whole night.
No.
They close at maybe 1 or 2.
1 a.m.
Right. Good. So it's good to start at the time indicated, and
And
end at the
then
time indicated.
we'll be charging the fee for that night. And if you buy the ticket in advance, it's $20 per ticket. Then if you buy it at the gate, it's going to be $25.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're encouraging people to buy in advance so they save some money.
Thank you for that. Mr. Yelabi?
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us about the Ghanaian Association in the origins and, how you worked to see how far it's coming, what your vision is, how the people back home perceive the association, because this is only drawing from our own experience. People from our community see us here as a bigger hope for them in one way or another. Like, how do they view their brothers and sisters in Minnesota or in the U.S.?
Thank you for inviting us for this interview. The Ghanaian Association of Minnesota started in late 1980. It really came into effect about October 1987 to be exact. And most of us were students in the universities by that time. However, there was a Ghanaian association by that time called OGM, Organization of Ghanaians in Minnesota. But most of those people in the organization at that time were also students, but they had graduated and started moving out of state, so OGM was kind of gone. So when the first Ghanaians came to go to universities in here, we started thinking, how do we bring ourselves together? So that was the beginning of the students started it as the Ghanaian Student Association, and finally incorporated with the community people, those Ghanaians who were already working in the community, in the Twin Cities, also joined up and formed a bigger organization called Ghanam, which is Ghanaians in Minnesota, Ghanaian Association of Minnesota. So that is the origin of Ghanam. So with that, we try to bring ourselves together, bring our families together, and every occasion that we can come together as Ghanaians. And we don't always do it as just Ghanaians. As the two members have expressed to you from our leader, we got to incorporate Africans as well. So every occasion that we do, we try to bring in other African countries, members to be around us. We have people who have left home Africa trying to see what we can get and take back home. So we try to share ideas and try to find out things. Unity is the most important thing for us. Try to bring us together so we can have a force that we can work with and get viable results from it. So that is basically the background for us. We try to bring ourselves together so that we can work and get much more out of it. Because as the African saying goes, if you use one broom to sweep, you don't do very well, right? If you get the whole bunch of them and tie it very well, they sweep very well.
Right.
So, in other words, divided before, united, we achieve things. So that is what we are looking for. So basically that's what it is. We just want to help each other in the foreign land, see how we can improve our lives here, and as well as go back and help our folks, our parents, and our relatives back home.
Okay. Any other information, Sophie and Mr. Ofori? Any other information you want to let the public know at this time?
Well, the other thing we want the public to know is we have tickets, advanced tickets, sold, and then maybe they can contact the numbers that we have on the flyers, or they can contact the leaders of the various African associations, because we send invitation letters to them and we get them advance tickets to them. They don't come to the gate to buy it.
Do you have the numbers so that the public can know, like to call?
Sure, yeah, I have them.
Some people may not see the flyers.
Yeah.
What are the numbers?
760 464 9047.
And who just call and ask for the ticket?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 763 742 3566.
How about Daniel? You got anything to add? Anything?
Yeah, what I want to add is we want people to come and experience, the beauty of Ghana, the culture, the way we dress, the food we eat, the way we behave, the way we conduct ourselves. Ghanaians are known for their hospitality. So we want people to come and experience this on these two different locations. And on the third, to see how the different types of dance and other things we have in Ghana, what we use for recreation in the olden days, not modern music, but they will see what we have as a people. And then on the 10th, you see the beauty of Ghanaian dressing, how the ladies will be in their traditional clothes, and the men too. Sometimes, because of the winter, we are not able to bathe fast like what Mr. Henry does.
Right.
But we'll still put on the other traditional clothes that will actually people will love, and maybe a lot of people may end up welcome in the future.
Okay, and at any time that some other countries have programs, they're going to be singing the national anthem or anything like that. Do you have a national song?
Yes, we have the national anthem that we sing during our main program that he talked about. But what we are saying, I want to stress on what he's saying about coming to see the way we dress.
Right.
We also like you to bring the way you dress so that we put it in the culture.
So you don't have like you're not going to be sitting like a dress code. You come, come and show off your culture, come see our culture.
Yeah, come see our culture, let us see us too.
And it's like, usually when we are doing programs, we say official or traditional.
Right.
So on this day, we encourage our people, we can put like any restrictions, but we encourage our people to come in many Ghanaian, typical Ghanaian style.
Right.
So all things being equal, no Ghanaian should put on political suit or suit that day. So we are encouraging our brothers and sisters who also have this type of culture to also come in their traditional clothes, for the place to be more colorful.
Exactly. And unfortunately, because of the winter, they're not going to be in soccer games. Because unfortunately.
Well, we can plan that after the celebration.
I know.
Normally that is we end how do you call it?
Normally that would have been on like after the church service on Sunday, right? Yeah.
That would have been the end, the climax of every celebration for us. But we are in a different world.
That's true.
We make do with what we have.
If it's possible to bring the Lone Stars and the Black Stars.
I know. Well, last quick question before we go. A lot of these organizations here, like during the organization, they have projects that they take home. Have you all ever had the opportunity to do a project, farming that, Ghana is so big, you can't compare it to small Nigeria, I'm talking about geography, but, like, different groups here try to have impact by taking different projects home and stuff like that. Have you, just for the public to know?
Well, the essence of getting us together is to take care of ourselves in a foreign land, and as well as take care of our relatives back.
Right.
Therefore, whatever we do, we always think in terms of that. 2 years ago, we organized ourselves. We picked up a school in the north. We collected books for the children, exercise books, pens, pencils, erasers, and all that. We got a barrel, that we filled it up before this and shipped it. Ironically, we shipped it through a Liberian, company that is shipping things out, and we did ship it there. The school got it. It was a big celebration for them.
Right.
So little things make so much of a difference. We might think, oh, it's just $100 worth of item, but hey, that's what it is.
Right.
This year we're doing the same thing again, but this time in another part of the country, which is the Saman cases. And we are tying it in with A young lady who is a Minnesotan, born in Minnesota, it's a Caucasian, happened to go to Ghana to teach in that area. I was so fascinated with people like her. So she came back and asked us if we could help her to do what we did previously to this place. So that's what we are doing again. And I thought probably we organized the whole thing again. The boat should be on the way down to the school right now. And by this one, the emphasis is on young girls, I wouldn't say young girls, who are in school. Because that's the emphasis that this lady we are working with wants to lay emphasis on. Develop the young, girls coming out to be the young women so they can also play their role in society. So that's what it is. We are thinking of much more other programs too, like medical areas and all that we can help. Because as somebody indicated to me some time ago, when you talk in terms of development for a country, you have to lay emphasis on the health sector and education.
Right.
Once you lay emphasis on those things, the others will follow. If the people are healthy, they are educated, you think of ways to set up businesses, set up ways to take care of themselves and live a better life and all that. And the others will follow, the development will follow from there. So I hope other Africans can also take the clue from that and we work together to develop Africa as a whole. Because as Nkrumah said, his main goal was bringing Africa together. And I remember he did say when they had a conference, he brought African leaders and representatives into Ghana for a conference. I believe that was in the 1960s. He did ask, today we are working on the Union of Africa, tomorrow will be the United States of Africa. So we got to work together to develop because, as the friend said, you can't just develop your own area and leave the others alone. That's true. We want to work together. So that's the main information we want to express to our fellow Africans. Yes, this is the 50th independent celebration of Ghana. We set up everything for getting out of the yoke of the colonial masters. We got to move it on and get independence, economic independence. And that depends on us. And people like us who are outside will learn from what these people have used to develop, like Nkrumah did, by learning how Americans live their life and try to do it for us on the kingdom of the United. So we have to go back or one way or another take those information back or means by which things are being done here, sending back, and to use it for the benefit. It isn't everything that we can do from here. We can only see through the book one.
Right.
So we hope we'll be successful.
Well, thank you all for responding to this call. Mr. Kofi, Kwame, and Daniel. I'm sure that considering what you have said, and I hope the last comments you made, it didn't take too much away from the speech because that was very good. That was very, very good. I hope a lot of Africans can sit back and talk about current leaders like the way we all talk about as soon as we're having problems with Africans in this country. So thank you all for coming. And definitely we'll take the message out.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So you captured all that?